What up, what up, what up? It's your boy back again already with the next one. Marlo Knows Boxing, Marlo Knows Basketball, coming to y'all with part 2 of our discussion about what's been going on in the association these past week to 2 weeks. The next topic that we get into is what Dwight Howard said, that him in his prime, prime Dwight Howard is on the level of a Jokic right now, is what the Joker is right now. So we get into like a little bit of a debate over where Dwight Howard should be ranked as far as all-time centers. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's a bit underrated. You know what I'm saying? Tony the Savant, Jeremy the Gent, they have their rankings of Dwight Howard and what he did and where he should rank as well. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of a debate there, a little bit of a disagreement. I feel like he should be a little bit higher. They, should feel like he shouldn't be as high as I feel like he should be. But, you know what I'm saying? Y'all check this out. You know what I'm saying? We get into a great basketball discussion over where Dwight Howard should be ranked. Should he be ranked over certain guys? Should he not be ranked? But yeah, man, it was a real good discussion, real good back and forth here. So y'all check this out.
Just a segue over to the next big topic that we seen this week. What y'all think, man? What y'all think about Dwight Howard saying that him in his prime could mess with Jokic? You think he's speaking facts or fiction? What up, Tony? What you think he's speaking facts or fiction? Is that false? Is that false? True or false?
That's false, man. Dwight Howard has only had 6 decent years, in his storied career, and he didn't win a championship until he was past his prime and just a 10 to 20 minute guy role player. You know what I mean? So I feel like what Dwight Howard is doing is Dwight Howard was the reason why Joker couldn't get a ring in 2020, and Dwight Howard looking back like all the other NBA legends, like, what I'm saying, if I was on the court, this would have happened, or this should have happened, or this would have happened, because the Lakers got swept. You know what I'm saying? 2020, they win a championship, and Dwight Howard just happens to be on the roster. 2023, they get swept, and Dwight Howard just happens to not be on the roster. So I feel like Dwight looking at the whole situation like, I'm the X factor. You know what I mean? He eating over there in Taiwan or wherever he at. So he really the face of the league where he at. So he getting LeBron like press overseas. So he talking like LeBron. All this big dumb stuff. But I'm calling cap. Although I feel like I do still respect Dwight Howard as a, you know what I mean. I know my boy Lo say top 10, and I don't think that's a little cap, but I think he top 20. No, I can't even say 15. Top 20.
Damn.
Respectfully though, I'm not knocking it. Cause wait, I want to segue just a little bit, not a lot of bit, but I want to defend Patrick Ewing, because I feel like Patrick Ewing is better than a lot of these dudes right now. I feel like Patrick Ewing is better than Dwight, bro. I think Dwight Howard got Patrick Ewing problems before he started talking about Joker. You know what I'm saying? So that's just kind of like my take.
Oh man, no man, I can't. What you think about this, Jeremy? Man, what you think about this? Where you think Dwight Howard falls in this center debate? Like, if you feel like he top 10, top 20, lower?
Nah, honestly, man, I gotta agree with T on that, man. I think he falls somewhere in the top 20. I just don't know where. I gotta go through my list and see. But yeah, I gotta agree, man. Patrick Ewing probably do got him by edge, man, because we put a lot of disrespect on Ewing, man, but he was a baller. I just feel like Dwight is trolling right now. He doing exactly what Shaq was doing to him when he was in his prime. So. Yeah, like I just feel like he's trolling right now. Like he know good and goddamn well. Yeah, defensively he probably can mess with Jokic, man, but he not messing with Jokic. Let's be real.
Nah, he can't just mess with Jokic defensively. He's about a good 8 or 9 times better than Jokic defensively. he's way better than Jokic defensively. That's not
I'll
even a
give you
debate.
that defense. I'll give you that defense, but that's where he stops at, though.
He can't mess with Jokic offensively, so I guess it would go to what you value more, offense or defense. I would put Jokic over him, but Patrick Ewing, nah, now you're going too far. Patrick Ewing, nah. We talking about a former. What is Dwight Howard? Three times NBA Defensive Player of the Year. But was it 4? I think he might have been 4 times. But DPOY. Defensive Player of the Year?
I think it was. I know for sure he got 3. I think he may have 4. But you know why you having a hard time remembering? Because that nigga ain't no top 10. He ain't no top 50. Off the head, we could name LeBron resume and Jordan resume and Kobe resume. Dwight Howard he didn't do enough. That's why I said I had to start my whole takeoff. But he had a hot 6 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if we deduce Dwight Howard down to 6 years, he top 10. But
also he led. No, I actually know it. I mean, I'm having a hard time remembering whether it's 3 or 4 Defensive Player of the Years. But I know he's first team All NBA defense at least 6 times, and I do also know that he led the league in rebound at least twice and led the league in blocks at least twice. Now I know Patrick Ewing ain't never led the league in nothing ever his whole career. Nothing. I mean, they both led teams to the finals. When you look at Dwight Howard going to the finals, he beat the Celtics with no Kevin Garnett, and then he beat LeBron. Patrick Ewing, he beat the Bulls with no Jordan, and then beat the Pacers. I would give more credit to Dwight Howard because he beat LeBron. Patrick Ewing beat the best player that Patrick Ewing beat that year was Reggie Miller. I mean, some people might say Scottie Pippen. I mean, that year maybe you could say Scottie Pippen. Either way, whoever you gonna name, whether it's Scottie Pippen or Reggie Miller, he didn't beat a player as good as LeBron.
Bro, I'm not gonna put too much weight on that. But what you say, Jay? I'm sorry, I want before I jump in. What you say, Jay?
Nah, I mean, I said my input on that. You know, I mean, that's a tough one, man. Like you really got me finna do some research, cause I never had. You know, I gotta dig deeper into that one. You know,
and that's why I rock with what Lo is saying. You know what I'm saying? I get what he going as far as Dwight Howard ain't no chump. You know, I don't want to just say like
he's definitely not a chump. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I respect his game. And it's just what I'm trying to say is that I had the privilege of watching Dwight Howard from day one. You know, him coming into the league to the day he won his championship to now, he playing overseas. He's one of those players in NBA history that I got to watch his entire career. So when I'm evaluating him, I'm going off the actual TV. You know, when I was watching this fool in January, you know what I'm saying, playing against the Hornets, you know, like those kind of games, and kind of watching, like, yeah, Dwight Howard is nice, he is this, but if he ain't had Turkoglu, you know what I mean, if he ain't have Jameer Nelson, he didn't have the right pieces around him, then it's a whole different situation. Well, when you're talking about Patrick Ewing, I mean, we know that Patrick Ewing had a different squad around. I know he had. Did he have Sprewell? I'm not sure. Sprewell was before.
I mean, that was later. Sprewell was later on. That was after he was like already past his prime. The main guys that he had when he was in his prime was John Starks. John Starks was an all-star shooting guard. He had Greg Anthony. He had Anthony Mason. He had Charles Oakley. He had a decent team. He had about as good of a team around him as Dwight Howard did. I mean, it wasn't no better or no worse. I mean, I would take John Starks. I would probably take John Starks, a prime John Starks. I'll take him over both Hedo Turkoglu and Rashard Lewis.
Cap. No, that's what this is. Okay, bro. So now I gotta. This is something I gotta call out, Lo, because this is what I'm saying. Dwight Howard didn't beat LeBron. You know who beat LeBron, bro? Who was his actual matchup? It was Turkoglu. You know, the Turkoglu was just his IQ was above LeBron. Now, if you want to say who had a bigger impact on the team, yes, Dwight had a bigger impact. But as far as matchup wise, Turkoglu was going head to head with LeBron and winning on a night to night basis. Now, I'm only saying that because when you looking at like Jameer Nelson, John Starks, Latrell Sprewell, if Patrick Ewing had a Turkoglu, he probably got a ring. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm saying he's more superior player. I know I'm just saying that we can talk about that's barbershop talking about shoulda, woulda, couldas. But I'm just saying Patrick Ewing never had a superior teammate. I'm not taking John Starks over Turkoglu. I'm not taking Latrell Sprewell over Turkoglu. You know what I'm saying? The reason why Patrick Ewing is a better player because he was the primary, you know what I'm saying, reason why the Knicks was going as deep as they was going. And we talking about head to head with the Bulls. We talking about, you know, the finals appearances. Unfortunately, he never was able to get a ring, because then that would change the whole conversation. But you know what I mean. As far as impact on the team, yeah, Dwight got more hardware. You know what I'm saying, per se. But I'm still taking Pat. You know what I'm saying. I still feel like I got a better chance at winning the championship with Pat at my center than Dwight at my center.
Hey, honestly, Pat had tougher competition at the center position in the early 90s.
That's a good point. That's another good point. He going against Pat was going against the golden era of big men. You know what I mean? Literally in their primes.
He's lost series to he's lost matchups to Rick Smits.
Who was the Lakers center in that 2009 final?
2009, it was Andrew Bynum.
Yeah.
Wait, was that that's the Magic's final?
Yeah, that was against the Magic. But Andrew Bynum was coming off an injury. He wasn't much of a factor. He only averaged 6 points. He only averaged 6 points that whole playoffs.
Yeah, I think
that's where Dwight should have ate.
Yep.
He should have. He should have, but Patrick Ewing should have ate against Rick Smits. We all remember, this is in our memory, but I don't know about everybody else, but when I think about Patrick Ewing, this is a part of his legacy. When he missed that wide open layup in 1995 to win that series against the Pacers, he missed a wide open layup, missed a wide open layup and lost that series. I'll never forget that. I remember being 8 years old watching that shit live. I couldn't believe it. I was like, did he really just miss that shit?
No, I agree, and that's why we can't put Pat. You know what I'm saying? Patrick Ewing is at a certain table, you know, with a certain class of dudes, and then we ain't gonna never put Pat Ewing in the same conversations with Kareem, you know what I'm saying, Hakeem, those guys. That's a different conversation. Shaq
or Dwight Howard.
Come on, bro.
I feel like they sit at the same table, man. They sit at the same table.
Yeah, no. Pat Ewing and Dwight Howard, they at the same table. Like, that's what makes this a great conversation.
Yeah, they at the same
Dwight
table.
Howard is not the same.
If they at the same table, Dwight Howard sitting at the head of that mug.
There's an argument to be made in favor of Dwight. That's as far. I give you that, because I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, Pat Ewing was the GOAT. But I do want to make it known that, you know what I mean, it's easy to kind of forget how impactful Patrick Ewing was. You know what I'm saying? We talking about the Knicks, bro. We talking about the Knicks was as trash as they was before Patrick Ewing as they were as we remember them prior to Carmelo Anthony and Jalen Brunson. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was that bad. And then Patrick Ewing comes out of nowhere, saves the franchise. You know, Dwight Howard didn't save no franchises. Dwight Howard was a great, goofy ass piece.
Hold on, wait. What was the magic before Dwight? T-Mac left. T-Mac got traded for Steve Francis. I think that happened a year that Tracy McGrady came there. The year that Dwight Howard came there. But even with T-Mac ain't never get him past the first round.
Man, yeah. That's the thing though. Like, the Orlando Magic, even with Dwight Howard, I'm gonna say it like this: when I think of the Orlando Magic, I'm not thinking of Dwight Howard's version of the Orlando Magic. I don't know about y'all, but when I'm thinking of the Orlando Magic, I think of Shaq's version. You know what I'm saying? I think of Tracy McGrady individually, not necessarily just the Magic.
I was about to say, come on now. You gonna put Tracy McGrady's Magic over Dwight's?
No, hell no. I'm just saying, as far as when I think of that team, this is what I'm saying though. Dwight Howard didn't have enough impact when he was there. Now he did have a finals run. He did have a hell of a run. You know what I'm saying? Beat who he beat, but it just wasn't impactful enough for me to sit back and be like, man, this dude is the greatest Orlando Magic player ever. You know.
Also, no. That's obvious. That's gonna be Shaq. Shaq is the greatest Orlando Magic player ever, but Dwight is second.
Actually, that's Aaron Gordon now. Shout out to the Knicks.
You got Aaron Gordon got him what, 37 wins?
Hey, I remember the dunk contest. He got him with dunk contest.
37, he got the 37. But you forget that he didn't just take him to the finals that 1 year. He also got him to the Eastern. He got him to the conference finals the next year in 2010.
But how many times you talking about Shaq?
No, I'm talking about Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard got him to the finals in 2009, and in 2010 he got him to the conference finals. No, you talking about you can't talk about nobody else other than Shaq has got the Orlando Magic as much success as Dwight had, and Dwight actually, to be real, he got them more success than Shaq did because he got them to the finals and they won a game in the finals. They lost in 5. Shaq got them to the finals and they got swept.
What you saying? Dwight Howard better than Shaq?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he got the Magic. He got the Magic farther than Shaq got him. I'm not saying he's better than Shaq, but I'm saying he got him farther.
Yeah, but he still didn't have more of an impact. I mean, Dwight Howard came and went, and I agree. I'm agreeing with all your points. You know what I mean? It's just as far as Shaq, you know what I'm saying, just had more of an impact, and maybe that's because of his Laker years. You know what I'm saying? More so than his Orlando years, because it seems like after he left Orlando, his aura or his popularity, of course, grew a lot bigger than it did, and it was in Orlando. As big as Shaq was, so you know what I mean. It's a made of tomato, but I don't know. I mean, they both took the Orlando Magic to the finals, so I mean, don't get it mixed.
I'm not saying that Dwight Howard was a better player or anywhere close to a better player than Shaq was, or even not counting Shaq with the Lakers or anybody else, just with Orlando, Shaq was a better player, obviously. But I'm just saying that you got to give Dwight Howard some credit, man. I feel like Dwight Howard doesn't get enough props, man. I feel like this man. I feel bad for him, man, because he didn't make the top 75 list, and they let Damian Lillard make the top 75 list, but didn't let Dwight Howard make it. Like, how the hell does that make sense?
What's even more blasphemous, they ain't let Clay make it. Like, they had Clay as honorable mention. Like, oh, under Dame? Okay.
Yeah,
say what you want, bro. Say what you want.
Man, that top 25 list is... Oh, my bad, bro. Go ahead.
Well, no, you good, baby. I was just saying, it's just blasphemous. That top 75 list was a joke, bro. Like, let's just call it what it was. I mean, not in the sense of majority, but just some of the names, like Anthony Davis. What are we doing? Anthony Davis is not top 75.
Yeah,
top 75 right now.
Anthony Davis shouldn't have made it over Dwight Howard. Like, Dwight Howard had a better career than Anthony Davis. He had a better career than Anthony Davis.
Yeah,
he had a better career than Damian Lillard. There's a lot of players they was put in there from the 60s and the 50s and niggas we don't even know that he had a better career than. Like, they disrespected this man. They disrespected that nigga, man.
Oh yeah, bro.
Reggie Miller. I wouldn't put Reggie Miller in there over Dwight Howard. They let him make it. It was just too. They disrespecting him, man.
Yeah, that was nasty work. But you see, that's where we come in, bro. You know what I'm saying? So the mainstream media, I heard. Let's just to get off the point a little bit. I mean, we could throw this if y'all want to. I'm gonna play a little host. Let's throw this segment in there because I want to know how you gentlemen feel about this, or even if you was aware of this. But just going off your point, Lo, the mainstream media dudes, man, they go unchecked with their cap. And what I mean by that is